Well, I'm here with Patch the dog and his owner, Bob Kennedy, head teacher of St Michael's Church of England Primary School. Bob, how did the idea of bringing Patch into the school come about?
Well, Patch is actually our second dog. We had a school dog before Patch, and so he's a little replacement dog, really. So we've had school dogs for 7 years. Our first dog was a black lab called Inca, and she belonged to our special needs coordinator at the time and worked with some of the children with special educational needs. Prior to that, we'd had dogs visit the school, reading dogs, and they sat with their owners and listened to children read. Good boy.
Have you noticed any particular cases with children with learning difficulties really coming out of their shell because of Patch?
Yes, there's one child that sticks in mind, which is a young lad who speaks English as an additional language and also has some learning difficulties. And for the 6 years I knew him before Patch, he barely spoke a word to me. And within a week of meeting Patch, he struck a real affinity with the dog and spoke more words to me in that week than he had done in the 6 years before. And he's continued to come out of his shell ever since as he works with Patch on a weekly basis.
And finally, Patch is obviously nominated for a Hero Dog Award next Tuesday. What do you think his chances are?
Well, I don't think it's so good. In terms of hero, he's a very brave dog. He works with lots of children, and he has to be very focused. So he gets quite tired at the end of the day because I think mentally he has to manage himself. So when he comes into school, he slows down. He's much calmer. He'll sit and let the children pat him. But I think by nature, as he's a collie cross, he wants to be very active and running around. So at the end of the day, he's quite tired. And there is certainly an element of bravery, but in terms of a sort of traditional sense of what we understand by heroic, I'm not quite sure about his chances.
Thank you very much for speaking to me. Back to you in the studio.